that is why I became a fashion designer. I hate wearing the same thing as other
I
people.
agree. This week's guest on Off the Hanger is the lovely Sarah Ogunbowale. She's an incredible designer and has a brand called Enitan London. We talk all about the birth of her brand, accidental twinning with friends, and how sometimes you just can't walk in the shoes, so they're reserved to being dinner shoes. Hi Sarah, thank you so much for being on Off the Hanger. It's really lovely to talk to you. Can you tell me a little bit about your brand? Because you have some of the most incredible pieces.
I thank you so much for having me. It feels like a real honour, so thank you. I appreciate it. And so my brand's Enitan London. So Enitan is actually my Nigerian name. So I thought, and because it's an African brand, I thought it'd be perfect to combine the two. So my name and the brand. So I thought it was a perfect combination. And so it kind of derived from this particular room actually. I was in this room and I couldn't find African prints anywhere or something that I wanted to wear. I couldn't find it anywhere. And I said, I'm a creative person, but I didn't know that I had the skills to make clothes. So I thought, let me just give it a try and just see where I go from here. So I was making some pieces with I had fabric at home and I was just making a few pieces from hand. And I was like, this looks really good. And my friend saw it and she was like, that's a really nice outfit. So she decided to buy me a sewing machine for my birthday. And I thought it was a great, it was lovely. It was a lovely idea, but it made me feel like under pressure. I was like, no, I'm actually going to have to use this and make something of it. So, okay, so I started making clothes for myself and I would go out and people would come up to me and be like, oh, I like your outfit. But I was really shy. I didn't really feel confident to say I made it. So if I was out with my friend, they'd be like, oh, she made it. She made it. And they'd be like, really? Can I have one? And stuff like that. And for me, I never thought about making stuff for other people because I'm self-taught. I taught myself. So I didn't feel confident enough to make stuff for other people. So that was kind of something that I wasn't really interested in. But my friend, she was like really encouraging me to, she's like, make this as a business because she does websites as well. She goes, I'll build your website and just put it out there and, just continue to like build yourself up, like to teach yourself more and just to see where it can go. So I thought, okay, it was just a hobby. It was just a bit of fun. And she built my website and I was posting stuff on Instagram and people like were interested in buying it. And then when I got my first customer, and I was like, oh my God, people actually like spending money on something that I made. Like it was such a surreal feeling. And I remember when I did my first pop-up, that's when I was like, oh my God, like this is something. This is something. People actually, there was a long queue of people wanting to buy my items. And I was just like, this is it. So yeah, it was a like I said, there wasn't many African prints out there, and I just feel like I wanted to add a modern twist to it because a lot of African prints that are out there at the moment, it's very I feel like they're very outdated, and with my prints, you can't actually tell that they're African prints because they've got like a quite a subtle modern tone to it, but it's colourful, it's brand, it's bright, but I just feel like it's unique in it within itself. So yeah, that's how it came about.
That's
Really.
what drew me to them, honestly, because they are so bright and so vibrant. And like you say, they have that real modern feel. And I think as a non-African person, sometimes I wouldn't necessarily buy something in a traditional African print because I would think, well, is that appropriate for me to wear that? Is that like a bit of cultural appropriation? Should I be doing that? But your pieces, I look at them and go, oh yeah, I could totally wear that. That'd be, and I love that it has that nod to tradition in there, but actually they're really, really modern. And so it opens up the audience to everybody because I can't imagine anyone looking at them and going, I don't want to wear that. Everyone looks at that and goes, that's so fun. I want one of those.
Exactly. That was my idea behind it. I wanted everyone to be able to wear it. I didn't want anyone to feel uncomfortable wearing, because African print is not just for people that are of African heritage. Anyone can wear it. It doesn't matter. And I feel like my prints kind of allow people to feel welcome within that, within the culture and everything like that. So it's something that should be celebrated. It really is. And I think my brand personally does that quite well.
I completely agree. It is something that, these traditions and these heritages and the cultures, they should all be really celebrated. And they're introduced into fashion in so many different ways anyway, but I just love the way that you do it with the bright, bold colours. So what's your earliest fashion memory? Have you got a childhood fashion memory?
I do. I do have a early childhood memory, and in fact, I've got it with
Oh,
me.
amazing. Love
Believe
it.
it or not. My For some reason, my mum kept it in her wardrobe. So as you do when you're going through your mum's wardrobe, sometimes you find some like vintage pieces, and then I noticed that she still kept this.
Look at that.
Can you see it?
Wow.
I don't know whether it's a coat or a cardigan. I'm not too sure. But my sister bought this for me when I was 7 years old, about 7 years old, and I'm quite a tall person. So and I was quite tall when I was growing up. So this fits me quite well. It's quite I would say it's very for something that was made for a child. I would say it's quite a mature look, and it's got that vintage sort of vibe to it. But I remember wearing it to a friend's birthday party, and I just remember feeling like a queen, like a princess when I was wearing it. It made me feel so good. And I remember walking in the room, and everyone was like, "Oh, you look so nice, Sarah." I actually vividly remember it in my mind, the whole scene. And I don't think the birthday girl was too impressed. I don't recall us talking again after that, but I do remember making an entrance in this, and I just find it stunning. It's mohair. I remember my sister; she kept on saying it's mohair, and that used to. I didn't know what mohair
Yeah,
was, but I
when you're
just remember she kept
7,
on
you're
saying it's
like,
mohair.
okay,
So,
I don't know why this is an important fact that you keep telling me,
yeah,
but as a grown up, you're like,
exactly.
wow, it's mohair.
It's mohair. And I would tell all my friends, my 7-year-old friends, yeah, it's mohair, do you want to feel it? Do you want to feel it? It's mohair. So, and this is the back. So, yeah, I found it in my mum's wardrobe, and I just remember just feeling like an actual princess wearing it. And yeah, I think this was my early childhood memory.
That's amazing. You are the first guest to still have their earliest fashion memory. I wish I had mine. I don't have
I
it,
probably
but
might be
yeah, I
impressed.
love that you still have it. So I'm guessing that also covers off the oldest thing in your wardrobe, or have you got anything
It,
else that you would
it,
consider to be the oldest thing?
it covers off the sentimental one.
Yes,
It
I'm
covers
not
off the
surprised
sentimental
because you've
one.
still got it. I think that's
Yeah,
incredible.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But the oldest thing in my wardrobe. It's the oldest thing in my wardrobe because I used to tend to keep a lot of my old clothing, but my house had so much clutter because I really like keeping old clothes, but I had so much clutter and I just had to get rid of so many. So I don't have anything old, but this is like 10 or 15 years old. So would you class that
Yeah,
as old?
I think that's good. Yeah, there's some people that literally go, I haven't got
Yeah.
anything older than 4 or 5 years. So,
Yeah, so this was about 10 years old, and it's a beautiful, beautiful halter neck dress, and it's from H&M, and believe it or not, I have never, ever worn it.
oh,
And the reason behind, and, and I'm not even joking, Emma, I'm absolutely gutted because it's such a beautiful dress, and the reason why I haven't worn it is because I don't know if you're like me, but I was someone that always wanted to save an amazing outfit for a special occasion. And that special occasion never came. It just never came. And so it was just in my wardrobe catching dust. And look, you can look, it's got like a backless piece to it. Look, it's even got the tag still on. It's still got the tag on. And so that it never came. And as you get older, you put a bit of weight on, and it got to a point where I was unable to fit into it. So it's a size 8, and I'm now a size 10. Although I can squeeze into it, but I feel like I wouldn't feel comfortable with the clothes that I wear. So I'm still working on losing a few pounds just to fit into this dress because I, it's just too beautiful to go to waste. It's almost like a cathedral kind of, I don't know, print going on
The
here.
print's incredible. I've
Yeah,
never seen
it's
anything
lovely.
like it. The print's beautiful. So I imagine one day you'll get into
Beautiful.
it, or with your clever design brain, you'll figure out a way of how to maybe put an extra panel in somewhere and just, give it a little bit of a rework.
Hopefully, hopefully that can happen.
Now, I'm guessing this one is going to be a very tricky question for you, considering some of the incredibly beautiful, bright things that you wear. What is the thing in your wardrobe that gets the most compliments?
I would agree. I was going to say to you that I don't want to toot my own horn, but I am going to toot my own horn because
Yes, do it!
I would say that every exactly. I'm tired of being modest, Emma. I'm tired of being
No,
modest.
we
I'm
don't need
going to
any
tell
of
you
that.
straight.
We don't need
Every
any of that.
single
I'll be your hype woman. Don't be modest. Tell us
thank
all of the
you,
compliments
thank
you get.
you. Exactly, thank you. So every single piece of clothing that I've made for myself or Enitan London, I haven't left my house without getting a compliment for the outfits that I've made. So they've all been pretty standoutish, but not standoutish for the wrong reasons, but they're very striking and they're just nicely made and it's compliments galore and I love it. You've probably seen it on my page. Can you see?
Oh, yeah. I absolutely get that completely. That is just so beautiful, so striking. It's just,
Yeah, and
yeah.
this is the full length of it. I really wanted to wear it to this interview, but I couldn't find it. I was so gutted, and I was just like, oh. But yeah, here's the one that is an eye catcher, head turner.
It's a huge sense of validation for your brand that every time you wear a piece from your brand, clearly you feel so amazing from it, you're just radiating, but then everybody else is seeing that and going, wow, that piece is amazing, that looks amazing. What incredible validation that must feel.
Yeah, it is. And do you know what it is? When a man compliments my outfit, and I know I'm probably generalizing here, but if you're wearing a nice slinky dress, a sexy dress or a slinky dress, it does get a man's eye because of that reason. But when it's a suit and it's something quite, bold and sophisticated, and the man compliments you, I don't know, I just feel that just gives me another sense of validation that, he actually took the time to look at it and like appreciate the beauty of the outfit. So I do love when a man compliments a suit that I've made or an outfit that I've made. It's really nice.
I love it. I love it. So, what's the most expensive thing in your wardrobe? You don't have to share how much if you don't want to. Some people do, some people don't. But what's the most prized possession? What's the most expensive thing you've got?
Okay, so I'm not so much I don't buy into big brands. I'm more of like a vintage type of person. I mean, when I was younger, I did spend quite a bit of money on like brand names and stuff like that. But as I've gotten older, I buy what I like. If something is a designer brand, I'll buy it. If it's not, if it's something in, I don't know, down the road or in a thrift shop, I love thrift shopping, I'll buy it. So I did want to show you a Prada bag that I had, but as a nice friend, I loaned it to my friend. So I don't have that at the moment. But I did buy recently, and this dress from Nasty Girl. And the reason why I would say it was my most expensive
Oh, I
piece
know
to
what's
date
coming. I know what's coming. The words "this dress" and "nasty girl." I knew what you were going to pull out there. These are so good. These dresses. I love this.
It's insane, Emma. This dress is insane. Like it's unreal.
Can I ask, have you peeled off all the bits of protective plastic off all of those discs? Because I got one
haven't
for a
worn it yet.
shoot and I took one look at it and thought, I am not peeling all these bits of plastic off this dress for this shoot. It's going to take me hours. Have you taken all the plastic off them?
I haven't taken it off yet because I haven't worn it. I'm wearing it for my birthday. My birthday's in 2 weeks.
I'd start
So
now.
I'm wearing it for my birthday.
Start now
So
peeling that plastic off.
yeah. Yeah, I know. And because I saw that in the instructions, so you have to peel. And I said, what? I couldn't believe it because I just thought it was like that. And yeah, it's going to take me a while. but
It'll be
I
worth
will
it.
end up
It'll
doing
be
it.
worth it. What a showstopper.
It'll be worth it. It really is, and it's got that low back to it as well, and it's not even a dress. I call it art. It's just an art piece, isn't it? It's just a.
It really is. It's fabulous. Can I ask, are you planning on layering this, or are you just braving it and putting some, some sassy pants on underneath and just going all out for it?
I, I am not. That's not the plan. The plan is not to layer it. Like I said, it's for my birthday, so I'm going to go all out.
Nice.
I
Love
have
it.
actually been thinking. I have been thinking, what underwear am I going to put underneath this? Because as you know, it's got those little holes, isn't it?
Yep.
And I'm gonna kind of like, I need to go on Amazon or something. I'm sure they've got some sort of see-through knickers. I don't know, some sort of something I can wear underneath it, or some sort of pads that I can cover. Something has to be out there for me to hide certain areas.
It's either
But
that,
I
or
am
you
gonna
might be
go
able to
all
get a
out.
really good kind of skin tone matching bodysuit that you could put
Yeah,
underneath it, because
yeah,
then you wouldn't have
something
extra
like that.
lines of things.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully, I'll find something like that on the market. But yeah, no layering for me, hon.
No,
No layering.
good for you, babe. Good for you. You put it all out there. That sounds amazing. What's the newest piece that you've got? Is that the newest piece?
That's not the newest. Do you know, I've bought so many new pieces recently. But my favourite newest piece is this gorgeous coat here.
Oh, hello. Look at that. Wow. That is fabulous.
It's so gorgeous. It's gorgeous. It's from Topshop. And it's just so, it's one of my warmest coats, I would say. It's eye-catching. Red has become my new favourite colour. It used to be, it's green and red, both of them together, but it's just eye-catching. It's very warm. And I think, I don't know, I feel like people tend to shy away from bright colours. I think one of the reasons is that they find it difficult to match something with the colour as well. But with this coat, because it's so big and because it's so fluffy, even if you wear an outfit that the colour doesn't go, it's big enough to cover it. So you only see your outfit underneath it when you take it off. So that's one of the things I love about this coat. It's just stunning. And this gets so much compliments as well.
I'm not surprised.
I know I didn't make it, but
it's such
yeah,
a statement
it does.
piece. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So what's the piece in your wardrobe that you would say most sums you up? I'm guessing it's going to be colourful.
That most sums me up. It was the green outfit.
Yeah.
It was that green outfit that I wanted to show you. It really sums me up because it's colourful. Not only is it colourful, it's the print of it, and also I don't think I've got a picture of it, but there was a jumpsuit to match.
Oh, wow.
And I love a jumpsuit. This is a jumpsuit as well.
It's jumpsuit day. I'm in a jumpsuit as well.
I would say a jumpsuit is one of my favourite pieces. A jumpsuit is one of my favourite pieces. And it's a jumpsuit, so the blazer, I love a blazer because it just shows off my serious side, my boss woman side, my don't mess with me bitch side,
Yeah.
my that's what I would say.
Oh, I love it. It's such a great piece as well. It is really, really cool. I love that for you. So now I've mentioned previously on Off the Hanger about the fact that I am a little bit of a walking disaster and I regularly have wardrobe malfunctions, fashion faux pas, all of the above. I take one for the team more often than I feel I should, but I always do. But then I'm full of great stories about them, so that's fine. Does this happen to you?
Oh, do you know this question? This is the one that got me. I was just thinking, what is the worst thing that has happened to me? And the only thing that I remember is there was a time that I was going out with my friend. And she came to pick me up. I was going to an event, I think it was a bar club or something like that was going out. And she came to pick me up. And as I opened the door, I remember she was in the car and she was staring at me and her jaw dropped. And I said, oh, I must really look good because she's right. Like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? And as I got closer, I saw we were wearing the same top. We had the exact same top. And I'm not talking about a black top where you can, like, maybe get away with it. This was a full on print, bright coloured print, Aztec kind of top. So very noticeable and very out there. So she was like, "You've got to go and change." I was like, "No." Do you know how long I've been planning this outfit? I looked good. I looked good. If anything, you go and change if you want to. But I look good. I've been planning this outfit for ages. If you still want to go, let's go. If not, but I'm not changing. So throughout that whole journey, she was quiet, I was quiet, and it was crazy. I thought it's gonna be fine. It's nothing serious. As soon as we got there, I really regretted it. I'm not even gonna lie. I regretted it. It just looked. It would have been cute if we were like 6 years old and we were wearing matching outfits, but I thought this looks really silly. This really looks really silly. People were looking at us, not in the good way. I don't think. I think people were just thinking, why are they wearing the same outfit? Are they 12? So I kind of like stood away from her. So I didn't want to like us to stand together because it's just going to look ridiculous. So I stood away from her and just kind of like give us some sort of like space. But that was one of the worst. Like, yeah, that was a big fashion faux pas for me. It wasn't ideal. I regret it. I really wish I changed now. But that is why I became a fashion designer. I hate wearing the same thing as other people.
I agree. There's nothing.
I
There's
can't
nothing
deal.
worse. What are your favourite shoes?
My favourite shoes are these babies.
Ooh,
I love them.
look at those.
They
I
are
love that hot
they are
pink.
just so the colour, the height of them, and they're just they are one of my favourite shoes. However, they are I find it quite difficult to
Right.
walk in them. So I would call them my Instagram shoes because I only wear them to Instagram because I really find it difficult to wear them out. Or unless I'm just sitting in the car or like going out for dinner and it's just like 1-2 steps. I don't have to do
Dinner
too much
shoe.
walking.
I
But
have lots of dinner shoes. There's
yeah,
nothing wrong with that. I've got a very big collection of shoes and a lot of dinner shoes. They are only suitable to walk to the car, to the restaurant, sit down for a few hours, maybe take them off under the table, depending on where the table is in the restaurant, and then I put them back on and I look very nice to walk back out again. But yeah.
exactly. That's what these are for. But they're stunning. I love them.
Amazing.
My
Now,
favourites.
is there a dream fashion item that you've been lusting after, or because you're a designer, is it something that you just go, I'm just going to make that?
Oh, being a fashion designer has its ups and downs, and that is one of the things that has its downs because I tend to look at an outfit and if I think I can make it, I won't buy it. But that kind of takes the fun out of it for me. But there is something that I have had my eye on. It's this coat from I've got a picture of it. It's this coat that I saw from a brand called Dandy
Okay,
Clo.
cool.
It's this blue fur.
That colour's incredible.
It is, it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. I really want to get it. It's £890.
Wowzers.
So not pricey at all. But I've got my eye on it, and when I do get it, I will tag you, Emma, and I'll tell you. Look, see, I told you I was going to get it,
I'm wearing it.
yeah. So that's something I've got my eye on completely.
I love it. I love that colour. What's the piece of advice that you'd give to your younger fashion self?
I would say don't care about what anyone else thinks. Do not care what anyone else thinks because I'm the youngest of 4 older girls. And as you can imagine, as a young person, I looked up to them. Like whatever they said was gospel, I took it as, yes, you're right. And so if I bought something that I really loved, like I really, really loved, and I brought it home and they didn't like it, I'll take that right back to the shop. I'll be so I would feel I was gutted. I was like, why don't they like? Why don't I'll send it back to the shop. I will do that with every item that they didn't like, and I will send it back. And obviously, as you get older, you become more confident within yourself. You become more confident within your style. And sometimes I look back at that, but I can't believe I cared what they thought or of my style. And so, and it just goes to show, I made a brand out of my own style. So, it's not important what other people think of your style or anything. It's not important. It's how you feel. If it makes you feel comfortable, if it makes you happy, that is all that matters. If other people don't like it, then who cares? They're not wearing it. So that is one of the tips, advice that I would definitely give my younger self is just be you and be happy and in your own skin.
That's an incredible piece of advice. I love that. That's a really great piece of advice for people to think about. It is very much about wearing what makes you feel happiest. So what's coming up next for you? What plans have you got coming up for your lovely brand?
The next is more of I'm taking a step back, and I want to focus more on building a roadmap. So with my brand, I kind of was going with the flow, and I didn't actually have a concrete plan. So as everything was expanding, I was becoming a lot stressed over it. I was getting stressed because I have a one-man band. I don't know if you know that, but I make everything myself. I don't have manufacturers. I don't anything like that. So it was becoming overwhelming for me, and I didn't have a plan. So I'm kind of taking a step back and kind of working backwards and trying to build a team and just create a plan going forward, and just to see, I think it'll work more easy for me and just take off the stress that was building up. And I just felt like I don't want to do myself a disservice where I'm creating something from stress, because Enitan London was built from love, and that's how I want to continue. So that's basically what's there. That's more behind the scenes with Enitan London. So it's just kind of building a stronger brand.
I love that, though. I think that's a really sensible idea, because what you've done is you've created this amazing brand that has an audience and has a customer base, because so many people love the pieces. But so many brands do it the other way around. They come up with the business plan and how everything's going to work without knowing that there's a customer out there that wants their products. So the fact that you've done that, then you can take a step back, and then you can go back to being creative, because I imagine you got into it being creative, not to be the businesswoman doing all of the things. So it's nice to be able to delegate some of those to a team and have other people doing those things, so you get to do what you're best at.
Exactly. At least I know that there's a customer base for it, and if I can afford to take a step back, because I know when I do come back, I'll come back bigger and better, and it will just be plain sailing from there.
Amazing. I can't wait to see what you come back with. It's been so fabulous to talk to you. I think your wardrobe might be one of my very favourites. It's been amazing.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.